Senate Republicans trying to repeal and replace Obamacare, and that vote coming up short when the maverick made his mark. Senator John McCain, just days removed from his cancer diagnosis, stunning the chamber, turning the thumbs down on the repeal bill. It happened just feet away from Republican leader Mitch McConnell, prompting an audible gasp in the chamber.
7 years of repeal efforts have now essentially gone up in smoke, leaving a frustrated McConnell to explain on the floor.
I and many of my colleagues did as we promised and voted to repeal this failed law. We told our constituents we would vote that way, and when the moment came, most of us did.
Two other Republican senators, Maine's Susan Collins and Alaska's Lisa Murkowski, they joined McCain, crossing party lines to vote against the repeal bill.
Talking about politics coming from a view of the streets, you know what I'm saying, dog? We're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers. None of that shit that's on TV, you know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood. We the hood view, you know?
On July 27th, 2017.
The Senate is scheduled to vote on the latest version of the bill to restrict
Yep. From a hood point of view, I'm DC's own Rabbit Jones. And if you're new here, you don't know what to expect. But if you've been before, you know what's going on here. We chasing MAGAs and coons. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate everybody, man, that tunes in. Facebook, YouTube, wherever you catch us at, we appreciate y'all a whole lot. You know what I'm saying, Doc? We only here for the motherfucking average motherfuckers, 9 to 5ers, dope dealers, and lattes from the hood. You know what I'm saying, Doc? We're going to have that conversation accordingly. You know what I'm saying, about these politics. You know what I'm saying, Doc? That's what I'm talking about. Now, with me tonight is a motherfucking Iraq vet. That's normally on the podcast. It's a motherfucking Godfather. As we go on, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate everybody though, worldwide though, to take the time out to even listen to ghetto motherfuckers talking about politics. You know what I'm saying, Doc? We appreciate y'all a whole lot. You know, so check us out, like, subscribe. Appreciate y'all a whole lot. If you just take the time out, 30 seconds to even listen to these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying, Doc? But we here to get the point of view of niggas from the hood, niggas from the streets. 9 to 5ers, hard workers, you know what I'm saying, dog? In politics. So that's why we here. And fuck that orange demon fuck pig, Donald, the J is for jackass, Trump. You know what I'm saying, dog? What's going on, Godfather?
What's going on, everybody? My camera kind of messed up. My computer went retarded on me today. Yeah. How's everything been doing? Rough week for me. Of course, both, our mom in the hospital and my grandson in the hospital. But hopefully both of them be home Friday, so good to go. I'm gonna put the thing upside down, bro. That's you.
That's funny because right now we just had an situation where the Senate passed the motherfucking what this bitch ass nigga call that shit? The big beautiful bill or some bullshit.
Yeah.
And it's passed. You know, you heard that, right?
Yeah.
Now, we be doing this podcast, we be telling, like in the election, we're saying the difference between both candidates, and this is it. This is what I always been saying too. always said nothing matters. They can say all the fuck they want. They can lie. They can do what they want. But nothing matters until they put up a bill. Then you know what these niggas about, what they feel, what they want money for, and all that. No matter what they talked in the speeches and none of that. And this is what you get. Once he passed his first bill, all the other stuff was like executive orders. That was all he could do. And that was racist. So now he finally get a first bill in. Of course, no Democrats support this, but y'all don't care. Because the next time they run, y'all gonna say, oh, they all the same. Nah, see? But y'all don't give a fuck. No Democrat voted for this bullshit. Now, in your right mind, you'd be like, see, Democrats don't even want to work with nobody. But, Godfather, how beautiful is the bill, though? Is it a beautiful bill?
It's a big, beautiful betrayal of an American people. That's what that bill is. Like, yeah, it's not going too much in effect now, but 2026, people, y'all better have some jobs. Y'all better be doing something. Because they don't care if you're hungry. They don't care if your kid's hungry. They don't care. All they are is out for themselves. And it's about to be really bad.
Now, so, like, most people that support him, like we had somebody on last night that support, last night, a couple nights ago, that support Trump, but don't know what's in the bill and says they just hope it works out. But if you know what's in the bill, the things, if you say you wanted to work out, means, okay, you want assistance, or SNAP is what it's called. It's called Medicaid. I mean, it's called Supplement Nutrition Assistance Program, which is SNAP. So that means you're okay. You want $3.3 trillion taken out of it. That's what you want. You see what I'm saying? So if you were living somewhere in the state where your hospital is shit, you already got to drive an hour to get to the fucking hospital. And it's the only one in your fucking state. Guess what? That hospital is going to be gone. I don't even know where the hell y'all going to be going at this point. Be honest with y'all. Because most motherfucking hospitals are subsidized by Medicaid. That keep most of the hospitals alive.
Yes. So they just built all these new beautiful hospitals. Most of them, bad enough, they're already understaffed. Now they're about to shut down. Especially, this is going to hurt mainly in your rural communities and states, your rural states. This is going to hit y'all more than anything. Little do y'all know. Because most of y'all rural states are what? Red states.
He also passed this bill that put restrictions on Medicaid. And everybody don't know, Medicaid is the sponsored health care, government health care for low income and disabled Americans. Mm-hmm. So they want to get rid of that. So disabled Americans, what were they supposed to be doing after this? You see what I'm saying? Elderly Americans, what are they supposed to do if they cutting some of them? They already ain't getting that much money any fucking way. But if you cut it down more, where they living at and how they eat. You see what I'm saying? It's like they don't give a fuck about none of that. And for somebody to say, man, I just hope it work out. What you mean you hope it work out? If you voted for this and wanted this to happen, if you want people to be in the streets, then it's going to work out for you. You see what I'm saying? You got to admit to yourself and admit to everybody else, that's what you want then. You want people to be in the streets. You want motherfuckers running from ICE. That's what you want then. Say that's what you want. You know what I'm saying? Stop bullshitting with the that's what Trump do such, but you know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, you can't be half and half. Be like I like Trump and all that. As soon as you do some disastrous shit, and you don't have no part of that. No, bro.
You voted.
He come with the whole fucking package.
saying he voted for him, so he got a lot of that. Not to do with everything. You gotta explain why you voted for this, bro. This is what you voted for. You voted for bombs to be dropping and kids starving. That's what you voted for.
Exactly. And when you file your taxes, that's also in this bill. When you file your taxes, everybody know you used to get $2,000 per kid in tax credits. But this bitch ass orange demon fuck done cut it to 1,000. Just like that. So y'all see this. Most people like us in our atmosphere doesn't pay attention to politics, right? They just know when stuff start hitting. So when they go file taxes next year, they're not even thinking about it. They just already know what they had this year and think, okay, I'm about to get that again. Ah, yes, indeed. You know what I'm saying? Once they get in there, that's half of that now already. Just the child tax credit is half of that. They cut that, and you ask yourself, where the rest of it going? Guess what? In his pocket.
In his billionaire friend's pocket.
Musk, the whole gang is taking that cut right there. That $2,000 tax credit, they cutting down to 1,000. That's the stuff they talk about. When he starts saying he cutting fat, this is what he talking about. And you don't know what he talking about. You just sounds good. Yeah, it's cut the fat.
Okay. Fraud, waste,
but to him, this the fat. You know what I'm saying?
That's the fraud, waste, and abuse. That,
yeah, exactly.
We cutting fraud, waste, and abuse. That's the fraud, waste, and abuse they talking about, right there. Cutting everything that we work hard to get. That President Barack Obama worked so hard to instill in the United States for everybody to have health care. Now, you debated no, I don't want it. I don't want it. Barack Obama was the one leading it, so you didn't want it. But now that you need it, the guys voted for a ticket from you. You reap what you sow. Like the Democrats can't do nothing. Democrats really can't say too much. What you expect to get Democrats to do? It doesn't matter what the Democrats say or do because y'all gave him the House and the Senate.
Exactly. Now let's move to the joint he used to run around screaming, "No tax on tips." Let's talk about that. So he that's in this motherfucking bill. It's no tax on tips. But the problem is the workers still have to pay state and local tax on payroll taxes, which might end up coming out more. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna come out more because what's gonna happen is the federal government is not funding a lot of other programs that the states need the funding. So the money got to come from somewhere. So they're gonna have to pull more tax money for the state and local to fund these organizations that they still need to be funded that the federal government is not going to partake anymore.
So everybody can understand the no tax on tips is only federal tax on tips. Your state, wherever you at, is still gonna tax you. So you can understand that thing, how that's working. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna understand that joint. But most of this stuff in cutting the education, Department of Education, most of this stuff doesn't help nobody in my community. None of it works. None of it helps us. It just does nothing, but makes it harder. He cutting motherfucking food stamps. He cutting unemployment. You think we don't need unemployment and food stamps in our community? Y'all gotta be shitting yourselves, bro. I don't give a fuck what color black motherfucker you are. You know damn well our community need that.
You can't just say you can't just really say black people, our community need it. That's
all I'm concerned with.
It's more of poverty of the white people that need it than black people. So that's the thing I don't understand. You voted for this. You voted to lose everything that you got in your hand right now when you already struggling as a poor person, as a what they call it, low income person. Mm-hmm. Because it goes through all. It's not just our community. It goes through the Spanish community. It goes through the African community. It goes through the Asian. It hits every community. devastatingly.
True. But two issues: Black MAGAs, and my only concern is the Black community. What's best for that? You know what I'm saying? Everybody else is gonna do better by our community doing better. So that's easy. You know? Now he cut motherfucking HBCUs. How does that help us? I don't know. I just don't know. Some of the stuff doesn't help us, and why Black MAGA see that help us. I don't see where y'all see that. You know what I'm saying, Doc? That's all. You know? We got a long way to go, first of all. We just started this shit. The bill, he just put his foot in the system. They already lashed out their racism. This bill only passed by a squeaker. So y'all gotta understand how this shit worked. It was his bill, of course, but no Democrat was gonna vote for it, right? So y'all gotta understand the makeup of this shit. It's 100 senators, right? Y'all voted in whoever y'all voted in and left it with the numbers of Democrats got this numbers and Republicans got this numbers. So when he say I want to do such and such, all he need, if all Democrats don't vote, then he gonna need everyone his Republicans to vote for him. So if he lose one or two, right, that will make it harder for some of this stuff to pass. That's why you'll see all of a sudden the news will have one or two senators that they always talking to, asking them, what are they thinking? What's their vote? Because them the two ones that's holding the fuck out, right? Them the two ones that's going to hold out and get something out of the whole deal. You feel me? You know what I'm saying, Godfather?
Yeah. All they're doing is bargaining. Like, okay,
exactly.
You want me to sign for this? What you going to do for me? Or maybe like Alaska. I don't know why she even I don't know why she even signed it. You can go back and say that it was a terrible bill, but look what she got out of it for her state. Her state get exempt from the healthcare policies about to hit everyone else. Her state get exempt from the SNAP program. You know, yeah, she looked out for her constituents. They don't get them they keep their programs. But
now you
everybody
see
else in the United States don't get it.
Now you see that, America? Now we just off the street. Now him is a vet. But you see how right there and there, you can see how things are being manipulated as he just explained it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
So it's been going on for years. They do this all the time for every president, everything that goes on, any bill they want to pass. This is the strategy to get people to pass the bill. This is how to pass the bill, no matter if it's led by Republicans, if one house led by Republicans and one house led by Democrats. You know, they try to get the best out they can for their constituents or for themselves. So you can't never tell what was in it, because some things are always hitting, because what is he getting out of this for his constituents, or what is he getting out of here for himself? He might be a business owner. So he might be a business owner. He might be a business owner. So he might want to, then I need some government grants to get my program through, federal or something like that.
But you made a good point when you brought up Alaska and that bitch. She was also the one, like you seen in the beginning of this joint, when McCain put his hands down the first time they tried to take it away. She was the same motherfucker that voted with McCain.
Mm-hmm.
So this time right here, she know what's right for her state, right? And like you just said, she voted for it with Trump and them telling her, okay, you can vote for it, but I'm gonna take care of you. You don't have to worry about none of the damage and shit that we about to do. Now think about that.
Yeah.
That's like a motherfucker saying, here, take this gun. Right there. Just take that gun. And when you come in and shoot it up, you should miss me, because you're gonna give me a force field over here on the corner. So when you shoot it up, I don't have nothing to do with it though. I gave you that gun. You know what I'm saying? And you just go ahead and shoot it up. But I'm cool though. I'm gonna be cool when you shoot it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be cool because you're gonna give me out. You're gonna let me know what time. You're gonna give me a force field. You're gonna give me a wall. You're gonna give me everything to get away from the gunshots. Right? So okay. Long as you give me $3,000, I will do that. Simple as that.
Yep.
Fuck everybody else in my house. Fuck everybody else just watching TV. Fuck all them. Just give me the 3 G's, and I'm out. You got me. As long as you don't hit me. You feel me?
Yep.
That's the same thing this bitch did. She voted for it. No one's gonna fuck her up and everybody up. But if you say no, it's not gonna fuck you up though. It's gonna fuck everybody else up. I got you. Okay, cool then. I vote for it. What the fuck is that?
But all she cared about is her constituents. That she said.
You can't vote her out because her constituents are not gonna be hurt by what we've been getting hurt by.
Exactly. And that's what she felt like. She felt like, well, if I gotta vote for this bill, and you making me vote for this bill, because think about it. This is pressure points for them. This is because they are getting literally threatened, live stream, every single if they vote against anything he wants to do.
Oh yeah.
Whether it's their political career or whether it's actually being threatened. You know, they going around knocking people in the head, senators in the head, going around shooting up House members. Yeah, they literally get threatened. That's why the other senator said from I forgot what she said. She's the one that's going around talking about something. You don't care if everybody die. Everybody gotta die anyway for health care. You know, everybody gotta die anyway. That senator, she was like, the retribution is real. It's deeper than that. That's why she had to vote for it. Retribution is real in the Senate. In
It's
Congress.
crazy. It's crazy how somebody can vote for something they know it's gonna fuck you up. Long as it don't fuck me up, I'm cool. It's like, bro, that's fucked up. If you can stop it from fucking me up, I can vote for it. Even though you know it's about to blow it's like a motherfucker about to blow the world up. And they told you, look, I'll give you $50 million if I make sure you won't get blown up. All right, okay, here. Like, what the fuck, nigga? That's fucked up, bro.
I'm gonna blow the world up. I'm gonna give you $50 million to go live in space until everything dies down.
Exactly. And it's like, huh? And you say, yeah, I already bet. As long as me and my family good, I'll just come back. Like, huh? That's just fucked up. You shouldn't even be a senator. And there's nothing me and you, somebody in another state can do, long as she taking care of them fools there. You know what I'm saying? Unless they look at it the way we look at it, like, damn, why would you vote like that though? Mm-hmm. And then hold it up and then vote, yeah, after you get us to get exempt from that shit. They should look at that as like, damn, that's fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But they're looking at it where she doing her job for us.
Exactly.
Because guess what? They paying her to be in their position. They voted her in their position. It's like they voted every other state and senator in their position. So if she feel like, well, y'all really is going to fuck y'all constituents, I'm going to take care of mine.
That's true. That's true. Because in a big scheme of things, like me and you and this podcast represent, is people, it's the underbelly of politics of people that are not even paying attention. Yeah. So people that's not paying attention just don't know for a fact that shit ain't nothing wrong with my healthcare. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
They be looking on the news, all that shit going on, like, damn, ain't nothing wrong with my shit. We still got all that shit. Like, I don't know what's going on. They don't even know the bitch voted for that. They don't even know. They just know that shit good. They don't even know what's going on over there.
Nope. Hey, damn.
They were like, damn, it's fucked up. That is fucked up how they getting treated over there. Yeah. And the whole time, their fucking senator helped them treat them like that.
Yeah.
But hey, you see how we just broke that down? I like that.
But at the same time, she had to do what she had to do. If she got the pressure point on her, well, guess what? I can get anything I want, because without my vote, you're gonna fail. No matter what, without my vote, you're gonna fail.
Let me ask you this: what if she would have had a speech, right? Went to her folks and been like, okay, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, this bill right here, if it was to hit our state, would be a disaster. Explain step by step how it will fuck us up, right? The whole United States will go through this. If this bill passed, what will we go through, right? She explained it to him and say, look, I'm in a position where I can help us out of it, but the rest of the state, the rest of the nation will be fucked with this thing. But us will be safe. Yes or no? You want me to vote for that or not? I would respect them if they do that first. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we can't say what she did with her constituents because we don't see that. You know, we already on the West Coast. They in Alaska, all the way on the West side.
That's crazy. And you gotta realize, and what's the name came from there too? That bitch that McCain had. That dumb bitch. Talking about she could see her house from Alaska, from somewhere. Like, what the fuck? No, she can see her house from somewhere. Like, huh?
Yeah, man. Whew, I'm gonna say, everybody, 26 can get here fast enough.
Yeah. Speaking of 26, need to get here fast. Look, P. Diddy right now. All right, y'all already know how I feel, right? I feel like from the beginning, it's just too much for me. To me, a freaky motherfucker is just a freaky motherfucker. Like, it ain't my cup of tea. I won't be around none of this shit. But to me, it's levels of sex. It's degrees of sex. And most people won't go all the way to the hot. You know what I'm saying, dog? It's hot. And it's steaming hot, extreme hot up top. Most people don't go all the way up there. But it's an area of sex up there. And most people have free to do that. And none of that is illegal. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if you're a freaky motherfucker with all that baby oil splashed everywhere, hey, do you. Long as that ain't around me. You know what I'm saying? Now. Hey, brother, you going to crazy baby oil. I'm sitting there with a margarita like, oh, what the fuck going on? Hey, brother, why you got all that? Me personally, I'd be sitting there like, bro, what's all that shit for? Hey, they could have rolled that shit past me to the back. I'll be like, oh, bro, why y'all got all that? Hey, what is all that for, though, bro? What's going on?
I mean,
hey, but freaky shit is freaky shit to each individual. Some shit is freaky to me, might not be freaky to you. You feel me? It's just like, you can't judge people on sex. Now, when he put his hand on a bitch, that was something you could judge, right? But that wasn't in this case.
I just feel like I stopped watching the case after the second week because I already knew the prosecution wasn't going anywhere. They wasn't hitting on anything, so it was a waste of time after that. So, but I understood what they was doing once the third week came because what they did was they just put racketeering as the major charge. So we got the major charge was 25 to life. But we have all these other sub charges that we can get you on if we can't get the max. So that's what happened. So they couldn't get the max, but they got other charges within them that they wanted, and that's how he still got time.
Exactly. So everybody don't know, Sean Diddy Combs was acquitted of racketeering and sex trafficking charges today, and found guilty on 2 lesser charges of transportation of former girlfriends for prostitution. Oh, let's stop right there. I always said from the beginning of this shit, him fucking hoes, like to me, the black community, especially motherfucking famous people and rappers and athletes, fuck bitches. They scoop bitches out of strip clubs, wherever the fuck they at, and just they got money. They flow states don't have lines to rich motherfuckers. Like if you wake up one day and want a steak from Chicago, these bitch ass niggas do it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, Zoe. Got the holes in the joint and they gone in the plane. To them, they don't know everything is breaking the law. Just like us. We'll grab a hoe and probably, you know what I'm saying, from fucking North Carolina just driving. You know what I'm saying? We don't know once we cross this state, now we trafficking the hoe. You know what I'm saying? It's like, we don't know that shit. So to me, I already knew that little part right there, him fucking bitches and strippers come from getting on the plane, come from state to state to state, and they traveling and shit. That's a sticky joint where you ain't gonna be able to get that nigga on that, bro. Because hoes are hoes. They get paid to come out there and do shit like that, and they coming from state to state. So that's tricky. You know what I'm saying? So I already knew that was gonna be some dumb shit. Then all they had was the racketeering, which don't even make sense. Try to make it seem like he had a sex enterprise, which was dumb as fuck. He the freak. Everybody else ain't freaks. No, he's a dumb freak, bro. All right, go ahead.
They say a RICO charge, and what they say he had a criminal enterprise, not the criminal enterprise was all the lesser charges they put in there, so they can try to make it seem like the arsoning, the threatening, the paying for her home, threatening her mother, what else? Being abusing her, always there, monitoring her time, all that stuff they try to put in as, making her go get the drugs, making her setting things up.
Exactly.
And
making her gather up sex parties.
Yeah. So it's the racketeer. That's the racketeering because everything else that went into it.
Exactly. So what I'm saying is, he is the freak. He is the one that's doing the freaky shit the whole time. He is the person engaging in freaky shit. Him. You see what I'm saying? So it can't be a whole enterprise. It ain't like he got 6 bodyguards and they all engaged in fucking everybody. You see what I'm saying? You feel me? And then the ones that's fucking everybody and going to get everybody, and he got an enterprise of 10, 12 motherfuckers just out bringing hoes, and we all collaborating, just fucking these hoes. That's an enterprise of fucking bitches and sluts all state to state. That wasn't him. He's just a rich motherfucker with bitches from this state. When he get to this state, grab these bitches. And if one pretty, she might stay a little longer on the way to Las Vegas. You know what I'm saying? That's how that shit was happening.
I just think that it's deeper than that. I just think that the prosecution failed at delivering what they was trying to get. They didn't put the right people that needed to be on there on the stand. They just kind of just bubbled this up. They had a case. They honestly did.
True.
They had everything locked down. They had a 100% case. He really could have did 25 life. Honestly,
I don't think so.
I do.
It's just nothing there.
But it's a lot there, but they just missed a lot.
Him being freaky, the dude talking about he tried to rape him and shit. Like, where did that even come from? I don't know.
That's what I mean. They turned it once the second week came out, after Cassidy came out and said what she had to say, and then other witness came out. They spent too long on them John Does. They should have kept them within a week and then got into all criminal aspect of everything. Instead, they kept making it all about the sex, all about the beating, all about the sex, all about the beating, instead of the actual criminal enterprise. Where the criminal enterprise is at.
Yeah, so if everybody don't know what's going on now, all of those major charges that you're always hearing, none of those worked. The smaller charges did, which means they gonna search for 3 to 5 on this shit, right? And I can't, man, right now he's being held. You know, when you go on a trial, sometimes you can get out on your own conscience, or they gonna step you the fuck back until you finish your trial. He getting stepped the fuck back. That's it right now. Right now, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing like until his trial come up to his sentences. My bad. Yeah, till the sentence come up, they not letting him come out to his sentence. That's it right now. That's it. And the sentences, the most he gonna get is the tops he can get is 10 years at this point. The tops. So I'm looking at, to me, I'm gonna make a prediction first, and I'm gonna ask you what you think. I'm thinking he about to get some type of 3 to 4 year probation type shit and house arrest type shit, and some shit where he got to keep showing up to have type of drug test type shit or some shit.
I think it's gonna be light. I wasn't thinking so. It might be what you say. I forgot it is New York, but at the same time, I think they probably do 3 to 5 years. He probably do 18 months, and then do probation on the rest.
You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, there's no way that he actually going into prison. That's what I'm saying.
Is there no actually way what?
He's not actually gonna go physically into prison.
Yeah, I think he's gonna do 18 months at least.
I think he's gonna be literally on house arrest.
I think he'll do 18 months.
Inside of jail?
Mm-hmm.
And then they're gonna say time served, because he already did that. Now you see what I'm saying? He is not actually physically going to jail. Watch.
No, they're gonna do 3 to 5 years. He's gonna do another 18 months because this is going to another 18 months with that time served. So he's gonna be out in 2 years.
That nigga ain't going to jail. Watch. And then when they was talking about what's that, TMZ? I ain't watched TMZ in so long.
The jury has reached unanimous decisions on 4 of the 5 counts. The problem is that 5th count means that we don't get to find out what the verdicts are on the other 4 because they are hung up on racketeering, which is what we talked about for days now, that racketeering from the get-go has been the problematic count. It is a very complicated charge. And a lot of people saying it's square peg, round hole, that we know that there are multiple jurors on both sides. It's not just one holdout, that on racketeering, they are stuck. But they have reached a decision on sex trafficking as it results with Cassie. They've reached a decision on the Mann Act, the interstate transportation of a sex worker, as to Cassie. They have reached a decision, unanimous.
Wait. Cassie was a sex worker?
Yes, they consider her because through all her testimony and all her text messages and everything, it basically said that she that was your job.
Holy shit!
He even said it in text message. That's your job.
Holy shit! I didn't know they looked at her like that, bro.
That's who they was mainly fucking. They was mainly fucking her.
That is funny.
She had to set it up. She had to go get the drugs.
They literally saying him driving around with her state to state.
Yeah.
Nah, that ain't gonna stick. It's no way.
Yeah, because it was unwanted. She told him many times she didn't want to do it.
Okay.
And he told her he told her in a text message that's your job.
That's true.
On sex trafficking as to Jane, and they have reached a decision on the Mann Act as to Jane. So, but what does this mean? What's confusing is all of those things that you just said are also included.
What if recording high quality?
Man, the one thing that is going to be hard, well, it's already hard, is that racketeering is going to be tough. But it's already clear that within the next 3 to 4 years, he's going to be in a situation where he can redo his career, no matter what. No matter how the hardest they can give him, he literally going to be out on the streets, no matter what way this go. 4 or 5 years from now. Period. You know what I'm saying?
He is the 90s music. Like, he was 90s music. And no other decade had music like 90s. So he owned the 90s. So he's easy to find artists, just that people are going to be skeptical of working with him a little bit. But at the same time, they know how to cover themselves now. They know what they're going to be looking for when they do business with him. When they, cut an album, they'll make sure that they get royalties now.
And plus, you getting off on that, it makes you even squeakier cleaner. Like, they even check me for that, nigga, and ain't nothing happened. Fuck around with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
he can, that's what I say, within a 3-4 year from now, he gonna be out here in our face again.
Yeah.
He gonna be back again.
I just don't think he's gonna be in a political spotlight anymore.
No, I ain't gonna talk about that no more.
I don't think he's gonna be like out here campaigning with the Democrats and stuff like that anymore.
Nah. And then on top of that, his record label and people that he in business with, if it's down to this right here, and then they had the backdrop of just paying Trump to get him out anyway, so they really ain't give a fuck. They could just paid Trump a little joint, and he would have gave him what's the name? You know what I'm saying? One of those what's the name joints.
A pardon.
Yeah. So in the backdrop, those big record companies didn't give a fuck anyway.
Yeah, but they kind of they kind of did give a fuck because they lost a lot of money in stock.
But when he come out, they gonna get more of that.
No, when he come out, nah, I don't think so. Because their name gonna have to be labeled to that. Every time they see his face labeled to a product, people gonna have the images of what this is.
But All right, like Cassie and all these people, man. This person made his money off a persona of bad boys, right? Even his record label was Bad Boys, right? So if he can bring you in there and him and his man fuck you, or he slap you in your head or some shit, was you supposed to expect that? Or if you go in there and you smoking and it's guns on the table, do you supposed to expect that though? See, to me, like growing up in the hood, right? You know what houses to go in and which ones you're not going in, and the ones you do go in, you know what to expect when you go in there. If you go in a crack house, you know it's gonna be guns everywhere. It's gonna be crack places. You know what I'm saying? So when you go in there, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You gotta expect what you're supposed to expect when you go in what places. You know what I'm saying? Like you expect what you're supposed to be in there. That's supposed to be in there, then you're supposed to expect that. You know what I'm saying?
No, some things are some things.
He is a bad boy persona. That's what they made their name off, being bad boys. You know what I'm saying? And what's a bad boy then? If any nigga roughing his girl up, or whatever the fuck he got going on, acting like he got money, beating niggas up, hanging them off the fucking side of the joint, Biggie. You know what I'm saying? That's bad boys. So if you're a girl already on the outside looking at that, then you sign up to be involved with bad boys. What is it then? You wanted to happen? You want to bring your church mentality into the bad boy atmosphere and change it? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck we was doing there? You know?
I just think that it's still something.
You understand what I'm saying, though?
Yeah, man. Yeah, you understand exactly what you're saying. It's gonna be kind of hard for him to. For one, he had to get through 75 other charges, civil charges. Now everything gonna go.
But now silver, gonna fuck him up. Yeah, silver.
Yeah, so now he had to go through 1,000 civil charges. Like right now, I think it's 70 charges already. They're still going through the 400 other to see how legit they are before they even add it to what they already have.
The problem with those is, like, once they put the sentences down, those joints gonna start disappearing because he would be closer to being freely to fight back on their asses. You see what I'm
but still, how can you fight? You just be there to fight back in a civil court. You can be there to fight back, but how you gonna fight back? What you gonna say?
How you thinking? In the end,
you're embarrassed because why? Everybody know your freaky side. You know what I'm saying?
No bullshit. That's the only thing that really came out here.
Yeah.
He abusive and he freaky.
Yeah. So and he's a drug addict. He's a drug addict. He's an alcoholic. He's a woman beater. And he's freaky. That's all you got out of this. So
exactly. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I mean, like, damn. Everybody know what I be doing. Everybody know how. You know, to me, motherfucker, I'd be like, shit, I'm an artist. I like to videotape because I want to do porn one day.
That's what I'm saying. It's just like, it's hard to pinpoint. Think of Prince and people like that, man. It's like, they were odd people. If we go in the Prince world, you probably be like, oh, hell no, I ain't doing no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, people do different shit, especially in the motherfucking music industry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And them niggas do drugs in the music industry, too. So I never knew Puffy. I knew Puffy. He never talked about weed too much. So I don't even think he smoked weed. In fact, he said he didn't smoke weed. What did he do?
Coke.
Oh shit, yeah, that's a rich man. Yeah, he might have did that.
Shit, all of them.
I forgot about that. Now when you say that, him thinking he was so rich, he might have did that with the white boys. Rich white boys, you're right.
What you think they go? We think all of them getting high off of, Rabbit? That's where the 2C come from. Look up what 2C is. 2C is.
Statute. If they found Diddy guilty on the Mann Act, which is the most likely as to both Jane and Cassie, those are two illegal counts. And therefore,
we think they'd have enough.
So what I'm saying to you is, and I said to you all along, which is Is Diddy really the racketeer that people are used to hearing?
And so you think that perhaps there's a juror or two or more
Than one.
who are confused about the racketeering. Like, how can this be racketeering if it's just Diddy doing it?
And the reason I say that is
that's what I'm
we
saying.
know
Because you
early
think
on
people
there was
hung up-
one juror, remember?
That's my thing. He's the fucking freak. Everybody around him are not freaks. They helping his freak appetite, but they not freaks with him. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like is he running an enterprise of freaks out here, bro? It's just his dumb ass, and nobody is in his mind, in his world that likes what he does. You see what I'm saying? Other than the people that's doing it with him. So like they said, I felt that when they said when he was like when he the only person that's really what's the name?
Remember where the jury said he's not following the law.
Juror 25.
And I said to you, I think this is a racketeering charge. That it just
That's the one they were hung up on.
So we don't know as to the other four whether Diddy has been found guilty or not guilty, but there's a hint that with Cassie, the jury asked to review a transcript where
She was talking about a flight from Cannes to New York.
Right.
And this is the flight where Diddy said to her,
Showed her
she
the video.
testified
Showed her the
that
freak-off video.
he showed her a video of a freak-off that she participated in and said, if you don't participate in another freak-off when we get to New York, I'm going to put this video out. I'm going to send it to your mother.
And that's coercion.
She testified
if it's true.
to that.
If the jury
they believed her,
yeah,
that's coercion.
That's
they would have Cassie. They
And
would
now-
have sex trafficking of Cassie.
See, that means he forced her to do that.
One thing about that Cassie shit, it's nothing about Cassie you can make me think he forced her, bro. It's just her, bro. This bitch be pulling up at BET Awards, bro.
Okay, but
It
yeah,
ain't
think
that
about
many-
it.
It's not that many
Think about
black
this.
women on earth that can be at the BET Awards. This bitch was there. She didn't look like she cared about anything in the world but being happy with this bitch nigga.
See, that's the thing. We see only what's on the outside of somebody. We don't never see what's in the inside. We presume, okay, just because she at the BET is she really happy with this man? It's, people stay in relationships for unnecessary reasons. Some people stay in relationships that they aren't happy with. We can't just look at her and say, oh, she look like she happy. Why she doing this now? Look at the beating she had told. You're getting beat like that. You see only a glimpse of it just by one video. But she been taking this for 10 years.
Oh yeah, when with the towel on. Yeah,
But that was only one glimpse of what you saw. But she been getting beat like this for 10 years. So you got to and then you're getting blackmailed because if you tell anybody, or if you want to do it again, everybody's going to see these videos. She ashamed at that point. And then now he controlling every second of her day. Where she at? When she don't answer the phone, got bodyguards looking for her. I mean, I can't speak for everybody else's case, but I think if you're getting beat 10 years, you know how our parents were. At one point, you had enough. I've never stand on a seating place. Right outside with the bamboo stick. At some point, somebody got to say, step in, or it's going to continue. Beating is going to continue.
Yeah, I don't know. But most motherfuckers, like you just named, like most people in our atmosphere in our hoods, don't have an access to blowhorn that joint. Like if you was to get my mother on a BET stage, you think something ain't gonna come out of her mouth? This motherfucker, this and that, like it's gonna come out. Like why are you sitting there in front of all these people and don't say nothing to nobody about this shit? Like it would end that day if he was a media signing autographs and you get it at Mike and be like, this bitch ass nigga be beating me. This bitch ass nigga be forcing me to have sex. You know how huge that would be that day?
We could be on the outside.
That day was in his life.
Ain't my T right there. My thing is be on the outside looking in, but there's some males that's getting beat by females that's feeling the same way. They can't leave.
Hell yeah, but they like it. Ain't no way they have. Most of them niggas like bitches beat on it if they doing that, yeah, for sure.
But yeah, but we can't dismiss their abuse. We can't dismiss what they going through. We can't just say it's easy to come out with. Because remember, this world is not designed for women. So a women getting raped 1,000 times, you think people really care? Especially now in the climate that we really about to go into. That's why they came out with the Me Too movement for stuff like this. But we don't understand what women really go through because we could look at it, man, you look happy, you seem happy, you could have been spoke up, you should have been said something. You have a big platform, you got this and that. But what about the humidity within them?
True. That's true. So everybody keep following that joint right now. The man is out. They didn't let him out on bond while he waiting his sentencing. So that's what happening now. He gonna be in there to sentencing, and it ain't gonna be no better than at the worst 5 years, and none of it's gonna be in jail. So don't even worry about that. He'll be out in y'all face dancing again, 55 years old, doing some old with some big ass pants on in a minute. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? But man, I appreciate everybody, man, to be tuning in, bro. I appreciate y'all a whole lot. You know, just want to slide past this joint and tell y'all about the motherfucking bitch ass bill that passed. You know what I'm saying? So we just want to get that off the chest. You know, and especially motherfucking 4th of July coming up. You know, see y'all out that joint. Black families out that joint. Get that cookout going on. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got something safe to get out of
there? Yeah, everybody just be safe. This holiday weekend, look out for each other. You know, try to please no violence, y'all. Let's be one for once, because we're gonna need to be one very soon. Can't keep killing each other. Can't keep hurting each other. Just look out for each other.
That's a goddamn show. Black and we proud.
Talking about politics coming from a view of the streets, you know what I'm saying, dog? You know. We're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers. None of that shit that's on TV. You know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood. We the hood view. You know? Representation of black people, period, on the bench. Because we don't know who Clarence Thomas is representing. He's sitting on the Supreme Court, sitting on a bench, smelling like cocoa butter. Talking about politics coming from a view of the streets, you know what I'm saying, dog? You know, we're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers. None of that shit that's on TV, you know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood. We the hood view, you know? Representation of black people, period, on the bench. Because we don't know who Clarence Thomas is representing. He's sitting on a